My business spends around $500,000 every single month, and we do it profitably. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we spend that money on. What's going on, guys? If you're new to this channel, my name is Ravi Abuvala, founder of Scaling Systems, where we build profitable client acquisition machines for our clients. If you're new to the channel, please consider smashing the like button and hitting subscribe, trying to get to 20,000 subs in the next 30 days, and I would appreciate your help. So that's right. Every single month, we spend right around $500,000 in my business. That's not including personal expenses. That's not including investments. And that's just in one of my businesses, Scaling with Systems. But inside that business, we spend $500,000 a month. And I'm going to be honest with you, just saying that out loud is kind of insane. I remember when I made less than $500,000 in a year, and now we're spending $500,000 a month. And I know there's going to be some keyboard warriors that come out there and they go, Ravi, you're not telling us how much your revenue and profit is. And you're right, I'm not. So too bad, but hopefully you find this video valuable, because I can tell you right now, I'm not spending $500,000 and only making $50,000. With that being said, let's dive right in. So on your screen right now, you should see the top 10 expenses that I have for the month of August. The month of August is the last month that my bookkeepers actually have processed the books. We're probably spending much more than $500,000 a month right now, but the month of August is the last one I have, so that's what I want to dive into. And I'm actually going to walk you through each one of these expenses, why we spend that money, what exactly we spend it on inside that category, and like how we hope to essentially get an ROI on it. I'm actually going to do this in reverse order. So I'm going to start with the thing that I spend the least amount of money in every single month and go to the most amount of money so I can bribe you to stay until the end. So coming in at number 10 on my top 10 expenses for my business in the month of August is business meals. Now, shocker, shocker, this may not be as sexy as people want to hear, but I spent around $1,500 on business meals expenses in the month of August. Now, for some of you, that might be a lot of money. For others of you, that might be absolutely nothing. For me, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little shocked it's so low. I usually spend around $3,000 to $4,000 a month in business meal expenses, because I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't go out and party. I've been in Miami for almost 2 years now, or a year and a half, and I've never gone out one time. But what I do love is food. I'm a big food person, and I love going out and networking and meeting with other entrepreneurs and going out to eat. Actually, it's not rare for me to go out to dinner with a bunch of people and then me pay for everybody, just as like my thank you for my experience during that time. So in the month of August, I spent right around $1,500. If you like good food and you want to maybe write it off, I am not a financial advisor or a tax advisor, but the nice thing is if you sit down with other entrepreneurs and potential other clients, you get to write that meal off. So that's why for me, you see $1,500. Our ninth largest expense in the month of August is training and education expenses, only about $2,600. I usually spend around $200,000 to $300,000 a year in coaching programs, masterminds, or different events that I go to, because to be really quite frank with you, me personally, I'm not going to speak for you guys. Me personally, I got started in this online journey when I invested into a course a few years ago for $997. The same courses that everybody thinks are scams, I invested in $997. Within a year, we had done about $30,000. And then the year after that, I took home $1 million net, right, from that same $997 course. So $997 in, $1 million out within about 2 years. So that was an awesome ROI for me. So I just continuously reinvest in myself, whether it's events, masterminds, coaching programs. I'm once again a little bit shocked that it's a little bit low right now, but that's usually because when I do join one, like I joined one earlier on this year for $18,000, I just paid in full the $18,000 up front. I joined another one that was $50,000, paid in full up front. So that's why it's probably pretty low on this. These actually might be courses and programs that I buy for my team members. So sometimes if I want my team member to do, learn like coding or maybe do something specific on this new platform or app, I'll buy them a course so that they can learn how to do it. I don't even take the course so that they can learn how to do it, and I can invest in their future. Our eighth largest expense in the month of August was professional services. We spent right around $6,200 on professional service in the month of August. This is going to be lawyers, accountants, CPA, tax advisors, anybody in that realm. We have lawyers that we have inside of my companies to deal with in case we have any issues with contracts, or in case that we have any issues with clients, or in case I'm trying to create new contracts. Also, I pay my financial advisor, my CPA, quite a bit of money a month, around $4,500 every single month. And for some of you, you might be like, oh my God, you're shocked, because most people spend like $2,000 a year on your CPA. But the truth is that my CPA has saved me 100x that in taxes. And so it makes sense for me to be able to spend that money. So if you're, nickel and diming trying to spend $2,000 a year on your CPA, then there's a good chance that they're just going to give you the old cut and dry, hey, this is what you file, payroll taxes, federal taxes. Where what I've learned is if you invest into something a little bit more, a lot of them will almost guarantee an ROI, a return on investment, from the tax savings and tax strategies that they're going to give you. And that's exactly what mine has done. Number 7 is going to be software and web hosting expenses, coming in at about $6,500 a month. Once again, this is kind of crazy because that used to be much more than I even made in like 2 or 3 months when I first started my business. And I think that we're spending that a month on software. If I had to break it down, I know our CRM is about $3,500, $4,000 a month. We spend about $1,000 a month on Zoom for videos and storage. I know we spend $500 a month on Calendly for all the users we have, and a bunch of little, this and that softwares that we have as well. Once again, a lot of people are always trying to save money on the software, save money, and I am as well. We run a really, really lean company. Our profit margins are pretty massive for the size that we are. But the cool thing about it is that software, if done correctly, is just like any other investment in your business. You can put $1 in and get $5, $10 out. So for example, the CRM, we spend right around $3,500 a month on it, but because of the way that I've structured my CRM, and this is actually how I structure it for my clients when I build their client acquisition machines, I can have one salesperson or one appointment setter do what typically 5 or 8 salespeople or appointment setters could do in other people's companies because we're relying on technology, right? So we're having, the way that I look at salespeople is they're like professional athletes, and my salespeople are not making money when they're sending proposals, or not making money when they are trying to figure out how to follow up with the lead, or when was the last person they talked to this person, or what the notes are on this lead here. If I can organize all of that, so my salespeople just wake up in the morning, click one button, and they're just ripping through a list of follow-ups or ripping through their calls every single day, it's going to make the dollar per sales rep increase so much, and it keeps the complexity of our company low. So that's why I'm always willing to invest thousands of dollars a month in software. Our 6th largest expense for the month of August was company events expense. So in the month of August, we did a company retreat in Spain. Actually, it was in the Canary Islands of Spain. It was incredible. We had about 15 or 18 team members come out there, and we had an absolutely incredible time. We went on a catamaran. We did like this e-bike tour. We hung out at nighttime. We jumped to the pool, the house. I actually have another house tour video that I'll click the link in the description. It was the weirdest house I've ever been to in my whole life on the cliffside. But we had like 18 people stay in it for my company, and it's incredible. You should watch it at the end of this video. I'll link in the description down below. But the cool thing was that I got to write that entire thing off. So in that video, I talk about the benefits of the company events and like whether you should have one inside your company. But it was massive for us. It was massive for morale. We run an 8-figure company, and none of us ever see each other in person. Like every once in a while, we'll do a meetup or a client mastermind, and we'll be able to see a few people. But we've never done it where it was like fully a company retreat and having that many team members there. And it was so good for morale. It was so good to get aligned for the vision. It was so good to sit down with some of my team members and like speak to them one-on-one and actually like hear their stories, their background, why they're working with our company. And I could see an immediate lift off in productivity after we got back from that. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about productivity during the company retreat and how that might have affected some of the other expenses we have. But also a little kind of hack as well is that on the Saturday of our 5-day company retreat, I did end up hosting a client mastermind. We have a saying inside of my company, which is we don't do anything that's not profitable. So instead of having the entire company retreat be an expense, I actually sold 20 tickets at about $4,500 to $5,000 for people to fly to the Canary Islands and me to do a in-person mastermind with them. So not only do we have a company retreat, we also have a client mastermind, and that actually made the whole thing profitable for us. So even the $6,500 wasn't an actual expense. The 4th largest expense for us in the month of August is the events expense. It's $9,400. Honestly, I would just combine the $9,400 one and the $6,500 one together because, there was multiple events that we did that month. And so whether it was a client event or company retreat, I think you get it, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. The 4th category of the $500,000 that we spent in August is merchant fees expense. We spent around $17,000 in merchant fees. Now, before you look at that and you do some math and maybe you figure out how much money we make, few caveats. Number one of the merchant processor that we use, actually the largest merchant processor we use, we do not pay any merchant processing on it. So actually, look up, I'm not a lawyer, but I would look this up. We learned this at the end of last year. You can technically in the United States, if you follow certain rules, make your clients pay the merchant fee expense. It's like when you go to a small gas station and they charge you the 3% on top of your thing. So we actually pass inside of our company our merchant fee on to our clients, whether it's 3%, 3.5%. And so we don't ever see that money and it goes directly to the merchant processor. Our other merchant processor doesn't allow us to do that. So that's for one of our offers. It's about $17,000 in merchant fees. But I would recommend at least looking into that, because a lot of people are like, oh, my clients would hate it. They would never do that. They would never do something like that if I try to pass that along to them. And I had those same fears, but just like anything else I do, I was like, well, let's just try it and see what happens. We did that Jan 1 of 2021. And I think maybe we've had 4 people out of hundreds of high ticket clients we've signed up. And these aren't small price points, by the way. They're paying quite a bit on that 3%. Had maybe 3 people say something about it. Majority of people had no issue with it whatsoever. And what I've learned is all you have to do is just ask, and you'd be surprised at what they say. My third largest expense in the month of August was an insurance expense, our business insurance. Now, I'm not going to get into this too much. This is actually a tax strategy that I'm doing right now. It's something I actually teach my highest level clients. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do your research, talk to a professional, but I do show my clients how I create business insurance for my company, and I am able to write that off. And the interesting thing about insurance companies is that you actually, if you have an insurance company, you don't pay taxes on premiums. So insurance companies don't pay taxes on their quote unquote income, and you can invest that money as well. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, just comment down below and let me know. Type in like insurance or something like that, and maybe I'll create a whole separate video on it. But I actually have an insurance for my company that we do use for sure in case something were to happen to myself or one of our team members, but it's also a great tax strategy. Our second largest expense in the month of August, and this is where we're starting to really pump up these numbers here, was our marketing and advertising expense, right around $138,000 in the month of August. Now, few things to be said about this. Number one, I run a company where we build client acquisition machines for our clients that are profitably acquiring new customers, whether it's, high ticket online businesses, SaaS, anything in that world. I build those for other people. So we're able to put $1 in and get $4, $5, $6, $7 out in revenue within 60 days. And so when you're seeing this amount of money, understand the only reason I'm spending that amount of money is because I'm getting a 4x, 5x, 6x back on my money. Now, if you are a SaaS founder, a business-to-business founder, you have an online company, and you are interested in potentially having us build your client acquisition machine, there is a link in the description down below where I walk you through the 4 steps I've taken to take my company to multiple 6 figures and now 7 figures a month. And you can check out a much more in-depth training on how we spend that amount of money a month and do it profitably and how you can do it inside your business. So make sure you click the link in the description to get access to that. But that being said, the second caveat I want to tell you is that in August, I was in Europe for a few weeks for my brother's wedding, for the company retreat, for the client mastermind. And I also had, like I said, about 18 team members, including our salespeople, that went to that company retreat. And so there were literally weeks at a time in August where we were able to take very little sales calls. And so because of that, our ad spend is usually around $300,000 to $400,000 a month. And so it is 1/4 of that because everybody was traveling so much that we couldn't even spend enough money because people couldn't actually take the sales calls. That was actually the one thing that I did regret about the company event. Now, you can argue that overall productivity is going to be increased and people are happy about it. And so I don't regret it, but it was a lesson for me was that everybody like disrupting the routines, going across the whole world, going to the Canary Islands, which is not an easy place to get into, and then not really be able to take in sales calls those days. Definitely saw a disruption in our revenue for that month, and definitely saw a disruption in the amount of money that we could spend to acquire clients, but it's all lessons learned. So if you're not running ads or curious about how you can start running ads to acquire customers, I would click the link in the description below to get access to that free training. And finally, the largest expense in our $500,000 a month expense inside of our company for the month of August, about 50% of our expense is independent contractor expenses. Now, this is probably the largest expense for the majority of the companies out there. It's essentially payroll, right? It's the people that are working for my company, whether it's a W-2 employee or an independent contractor. We spend $250,000 a month on our team members. Once again, I used to not even make that, in like 2 years before. I didn't make that much money. Now we're spending it a month on team members. But we are at the point inside of our company where the leaps and bounds that we need to make at this point, I can't hire somebody for $3 an hour, $5 an hour. I can try to do it myself. I understand at this point that for us to get to where I want to go, I have to be willing to pay really, really top quality and top talent people. And they're not cheap, but it's an investment like everything else. I'm able to pay that money and they're able to get me back 5, 10, 15, 20, 30x on my investment inside of them, whether it's by them freeing up my time to allow me to then spend time on things that can make the company money, or they're directly contributing to the bottom line. So it does hurt a little bit to spend that money every single month. I'd be lying to you if I'm like happy to pay out $220,000 in payroll every month, but it is worth every penny because my team is incredible. I have a world-class team. Our clients get access to them as well. They get one-on-one calls with them. We have an incredible support community. So not only do they help grow my business, but they also help grow our clients' business as well. And they're all industry leaders. So I know that I'm spending and I'm investing in the future growth of my company the same way I would be if I was spending in ads or a mastermind. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, how we spend $500,000 a month in one of my businesses. If you guys found this video valuable, please smash the like button and hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I put 2 videos out like this every single week on how you can grow your business and make quite a bit of money online, and you don't want to miss them. Be sure to comment down below if you want any clarity on things, or if you have a suggestion for a video like maybe that business insurance one and how we're using that as a write-off. And make sure you check out this other video on your screen right here on how one graph that I got out of this really particular book totally transformed my life. Took me from overweight to in shape, and took me from literally making $2,000 a month as an Italian waiter to making over $1 million a month in all of my companies. So make sure you check out that video out next. Click the link in the description if you want to learn more about what we do for our clients, building client acquisition machines, and I'll see you guys in the next video.